Hello. I am Leon Dyer, and I'm an empowerment coach, and I am doing a 21-day series on welcoming our worthiness. And today is day number 7. So for the past week, I've been talking about, and we've been exploring all the ways that we lose our worth. Because we are born with our worth, we just lose it in the everyday stuff that happens. All the beliefs that we gain, all the triggers, the shadows. When we don't invest in ourselves, we lose that feeling of worth. Now, days 8 through 15, so next week, this next series of 7 videos, we're going to be learning about all the ways to gain that worth back, to recognize it, acknowledge it, how to bring it back into our well-being. But before we do that, there is one other way that we lose we feel that we have lost our worth. And that is acknowledging where we are physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Like where we are right at this present moment. So if you are in this great state, so if you're in like smooth sailing, like the wind is behind your back and you are there's no worries, no problems, you got it. You probably feel your worth. These videos probably are not even tapping into what you need at this time. Then there are the ones where, the water's a little choppy. You need to stay focused on what you're doing. You know everything, but you just need to stay alert. That's where most of us actually are. But then there are the ones where maybe we're not even in the boat, or maybe we're in maybe we're in the boat, but we're struggling. Maybe we're in survival mode. And I call this the shipwreck moments. So imagine, right? Imagine you're actually in a shipwreck. What are you thinking of? How are you responding? What are you doing? You're not thinking of your next vacation. You're not thinking about how you're going to improve your life so that you can get a better job or that you feel good about yourself. You're just trying to stay afloat. You're treading water, or you're trying to figure out how you are going to survive and get to shore, or how you are going to not be eaten by a shark or whatever. I mean, in a shipwreck moment. That's a physical. Now, apply that to an emotional shipwreck. That is when you can't even think. You don't even know where you're going, what you're doing. You truly are lost. I spoke about that in the first video. And then I talked about the shadows, the shadow moments that we have. So many times when we're consumed with the shadow, and those are all the things we don't want to do. Like, we don't want to go in and remove from our psyche or to evaluate. Those are the fear, the shame, the disappointment. So when we're feeling all that, that can put us into the survival mode, the shipwreck moment, when we feel there is no other way. When we're feeling really that the only thing we can do is just be a victim to the circumstance. When we start acknowledging that we actually have the ability to make one change, we are empowering ourselves to step in, to take a little bit more control of our life. So before we can even acknowledge our worth, if we're not feeling it, we have to acknowledge where we are. Are you smooth sailing? Are you in choppy waters? It's okay, you have control, but you're just bouncing along. Or are you in survival mode? And if you're in survival mode, just really, again, I'm going to encourage you, like we did with the shadows in the shadow video, which I think was video number 3. I'm not positive. But I will link it at the end of this video. Write it down. Get a piece of paper. And I know, paper, pen, why are we using paper? There's something about writing things down. Left brain, right brain. Write it down. Write everything that you're in your shipwreck moment that you feel that you are a victim, and just pick one thing. Maybe it's a big stone. Maybe it's a small stone. And just work on that one thing. Accomplish that. Acknowledge that. Gain some empowerment, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to move on to the next big stone. Okay. I am really excited about the next 7 videos that we will be doing, days 8 through 15. We're going to be covering all the ways that we can bring worthiness back into our lives. Little ways that we can, where we can acknowledge our worth. Again, I want to say, we're not going to be bringing it back in. We already have the worth. It's just finding it. Okay, I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a really great day.